Hi, my name's Diane Luganbell, and I have a little guy named Memphis Luganbell. He has cerebral palsy. He's 5 years old, and with him comes a lot of challenges, but also he has really humbled our family. We were in the NICU for 3 months. He was about 18 months when we got our diagnosis. When he was in the NICU, at some point in time he had a brain bleed, and that has to do, your nerve endings reroute themselves, and your little all your little nerve endings, they reroute themselves, and sometimes you'll never know, no one will ever be affected, or sometimes you have slight things, and they were like, well, his case, he was just really slight and not to worry about it, but he'll do really well.
There are 3 types of cerebral palsy. Spastic cerebral palsy is the most common and comes in 3 forms. The first form only affects the legs. The second form affects one side of the body, and the third and most extreme form affects all 4 limbs, including the trunk and the face. The other 2 types of cerebral palsy are dyskinetic cerebral palsy and ataxic cerebral palsy. These are much less common and depend on the individual's movement issues.
We started seeing the doctors at Riley regularly, and just realized that he was affected more than they thought he was going to be affected. He's affected everywhere throughout his body, but we have been blessed that he's not. Cognitively, he's amazing. He wasn't affected mentally, so that's a major blessing. He doesn't have one specific spot on his body. He's affected throughout. Like some kids will just have an arm or a leg, walk with a limp. Well, Memphis is going to be 6 and he's still not sitting up. His core strength is very weak. He couldn't hold a pencil and write his name, but he could spell his name for you. He has really put a challenge in our life. For a typical family of 6 to, have teenagers, and then you have a little boy that he wants to do everything that they do, and he can't, and that's a challenge for him. It just breaks your heart. He makes everyone laugh. He has a huge sense of humor. And he is a prayer warrior. He's a major prayer warrior. He's always wanting to pray for everybody. And he's like, can I lay my hands on you and I will pray for you so you'll get better? And he's just sweet in that aspect. He's kind. Very patient. That little boy will wait on you and wait for you to do things. He's very patient.
So, how do you teach a child with cerebral palsy? First of all, do your research. Look up cerebral palsy and learn as much about it as you can. Remember, parents are experts too. They know their child's needs and abilities and can give you some insight into how the child performs at home. Learn to love assistive technology as it allows students to be independent. Be creative. Allow yourself and others time to brainstorm ways to include the child in as many activities as possible. Make sure the child sits in a variety of positions throughout the day to keep their muscles from tightening, and have realistic expectations for the child to save you, the parents, and the child from the frustrations of unmet, unrealistic goals.
So you never know how things are gonna happen. We keep on praying for a miracle, and one day we know we're going to receive that miracle, if it's here on earth or in heaven, but he's going to walk and wrestle, and it's just his determination and what his body is going to allow.
What are you pulling? Huh?
Oh my God.
Pulling
Your
all your
equipment. What kind of equipment you got? Huh?
What kind
you gonna put in your trailer? Should we take a shovel?
Yeah. Shovel.
How about a skid loader?
Yeah.
Ooh, a skid loader.
Then that one. Then you need a ramp.
Then we need ramps, don't we? So, we're gonna build ramps sometime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What color are our ramps gonna be?
Purple.
Purple ramps on a green trailer? I don't know.
Then we'll make them. Then we'll make them pink.
Not gonna make them pink. You're not a girl.
But you know I love pink and purple.
I know you love pink and purple.